Ugh. Fuck. What day is it? It's been how many months since my last video? I make videos? What? So, hello everybody. Sorry about my absence. I've been very busy with some unrelated stuff and a lot of just kind of personal stuff. But that's not going to stop me right now because I have a free day, finally, to do a video. I also have the energy for a video, and that's been lacking recently. But hey, I want to get this out of the way because I know some people are anticipating this blaster. Now, before I take the blaster and show it on screen, I want to thank Vile Mods, Iron Gopher, and who else helped me on this guy? There's Cats, Arby's, and Jolt, who all helped me with being in call with me to push me through this. Vile supplied some of the items, and obviously Gopher did all the external work and whatnot. But today's blaster that I'm finally showing off is Brittle Star. So, let's finally get into Brittle Star's overview. So, if you can't tell what's going on, this is a blaster that I did a brief kind of build log on, even though I didn't really do a good job making a build log. I just kind of made a series of what it looked like and whatnot. And the last time you saw this, it was just when it had paint. And now it's finally done. And I can't be happier with the build itself. It is just amazing. It's such a sexy blaster. But the blaster itself is a Strife, and that is it. It's a Strife with a bunch of cool things attached to it, and it's fucking awesome. I don't really care for performance or anything like that. I just care about aesthetics, if you couldn't tell. So it's a Straven with a merged grip. The cut is around here, and the grips are kind of merged together like a sandwich. So the Strife has trigger pull, or trigger linkage, and this rev trigger is for a Strife, and it works for this blaster. So there's a Strife, a Raven, and then I'll start from the back, I guess. It has a Raider stock, the inverse of a strong arm slide, the scope of a Nitron, a Ravonix 360 rail, a Crossfire bow kind of brace connecting to a Magnus, connected to a Recon with an AirTech 3000, a long shot front gun, and the long shot front gun's trigger with an integrated Air Max Extreme 1, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's all the blasters. I could be missing one or two, it's been a while since I made this. So, Brittle Star is the work of basically a year. I started this project a long time ago. This was inspired by Mr. Nathan's Jackal. It's a very sexy blaster, and I highly recommend looking at his build log for it if you haven't already. And when I set this to Gopher, it didn't have any of the styrene sheeting that it has on it now. He also filled the shell with Smoothcast, was it 360? I forget, but the scope needed some attention, and he also did some other pieces to stop it from cracking. The base coat was a hammered finish silver, and then over that he painted white and then black truck bed liner, and then he did the red stripe, the orange Stinger-esque striping here, and then did all the detailing and the greebling, and then weathered it. I got a very good price for that because of what I traded for it. and I'm very happy with how this blaster came out. It has its minor flaws due to my part, and there's a bit of things that I would have changed about the paint job in some areas, but honestly, I don't mind it. This is an amazing blaster, and it is a 2S Fang 42.3 or 42.5, sorry, millimeter OFP cage with Cyclone Endure exclusive flywheels. And to make them rev, you have a on and off switch back here. And when you turn this on, the green LED turns on. When you turn this off, the red LED stays illuminated to indicate that it's off. This is reminiscent of machinery. So that's how it works. And when you turn it on, a bunch of things will turn on as well. The Nitron scope will illuminate, and you can go through the 3 settings. I managed to keep all of its settings intact. And if you take out the magazine, the voltmeter will glow. And then if you open up the old Raven jam door, you'll find a switch. And that switch will turn on the 12 LEDs that are in the Raven's grill and the Longshot front gun's grill to give this thing a very mean look. And the switch is just hidden under here so you can't bump it accidentally. And this thing is amazing. It sounds great. It has an integrated LiPo in the stock. It has a voltage converter for the Nitron scope to feed off of the power from the 2S LiPo and not burn itself out. He also wrapped this handle, gopher wrapped the handle and whatnot. It's obviously I've said this before, I'll say it again, it's a build that happened it started a year ago and only got recently finished. But enough talking, let's see this thing fire, and we'll see how much performance it actually has, because I actually got a chronograph. Thanks, Bots and Blasters. So, let's see that happen. Alright, so here's the Nitron scope illuminated, and what that looks like, and then I'll turn the LEDs on while I'm here. Very, very nice. And for fuck's sake, let's fire this thing already. And now, let's chrono it. Obviously, waffle darts aren't very well for testing this kind of stuff, but we got a general idea. I think this is a bit high, especially for the setup we have, but that's just kind of a general idea, and the 1,000 numbers are just it hitting the wall and it being weird. So take that as a point of reference, don't take it as a complete kind of set of data for this thing. So yeah, it hits around like 120-ish. I saw a couple 130s. Obviously there were things like 600, which was it hitting the wall. So yeah, pretty good idea of what this thing's shooting around HVZ levels, which it was kind of made for. So yeah. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for Brittle Star. So I hope you enjoyed that. This obviously has its own little issues that needs to be sorted out. So whenever that time comes, we'll face that. But just kind of a reminder, when you take the mag out, this guy illuminates. You can turn the blaster on and off if you need to. Switch controls the LEDs. And if you ever want to disconnect the LiPo, you come in here and you just disconnect this XT60 and the entire thing will shut off. Also to mention that this is from a old yellowed Raven magazine with the Firefly logo. just cut down so it can actually fit in here. So that was a pretty cool addition there. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions about Brittle Star. Hopefully they're positive, because I am in deep love with this blaster. But obviously this isn't for everybody. Again, I want to thank Vile Mods and Iron Gopher. Vile Mods supplied the strong arm slide and the Ronix 360 rail. Gopher supplied the awesome look. So thank you guys, and thank you too again. This has been Brittle Star. I'll catch you in the next one. See you in like 30 months. Bye! Oh my god, pumpkins are growing.